Well, hello there. Welcome to Talking Tennis. And it is the quarterfinal even between Coco Gauff and Ons Jabeur. Berlin obviously badly rained off yesterday. We were due to have all the quarterfinals completed by today, but unfortunately, it got quite disrupted when first Victoria Azarenka got through on a walkover over Rebecca with retirement after 4 games. Rebecca suddenly having to run off court, and then Jessica Pegula and Katerina Siniakova rained off so close to the finish line for Jessica Pegula, who was serving at 4-2, 15 love. They will be back on court after the conclusion of this match between Coco Gauff and Ons Jabeur. Coco Gauff has won the toss and has chosen to serve. We're going to be focusing on this match. Also on court 1, that's happening at the same time, Anna Kalinskaya is taking on Aryna Sabalenka. And obviously, the winner of that match will play Victoria Azarenka. The winner of the match I'm going to be bringing you between Gauff and Jabeur is going to be playing the winner of the conclusion of the Pegula-Siniakova match. Likely Jessica Pegula, but Siniakova could pull off some kind of crazy comeback. I do have Birmingham on my screen, on my other screen, keeping an eye on the WTA action from there. And the ATP action is yet to kick off, but in about 20 minutes, we're expecting Alexander Zverev and her catch to get underway in Halle. And then an hour after that, Jordan Thompson will be playing Lorenzo Musetti for a place in the final at Queen's Club. We're underway in Berlin, and Coco Gauff's already fallen over. She served first, lost her footing. Jabeur hit a backhand. She puts her thumb. Coco puts her thumbs up to say that she's okay. But yeah, she stepped in for a slice, went back to the baseline, lost her footing, and Jabeur's backhand went past her. Gauff feels silly more than anything else, but she's clearly not hurt, and she's straight back up. She's got she serves up the tee, miss it. I do have thoughts ahead of this match, which we'll get into, but I do want to kind of bring you all the updates. If you are watching, by the way, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitch, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Gauff has just won that point with an unreturnable serve, or Jabeur's return hit the net. You are going to be the commentators as much as I am. If you remember the live stream we did on Wednesday night, that was mostly me answering questions in chat. So please fire your tennis questions at me. Let me know what you think of this match, how you think it's going to go. I much enjoy it when I've got someone to talk to than when I'm trying to sort of silly bring you all the actions. Gauff, huge forehand. That's a big forehand even for Coco Gauff, and it's 30-15. Jabeur was saying in her press conference, which you can find on Talking Tennis, by the way, maybe a bit later, her press conference after her last 16 win, that she believes these grass courts in Berlin bounce a little bit higher compared to other grass courts that she's played on. Maybe that's playing a little bit more into Coco Gauff's hands. It's 40-15 now with another unreturnable serve. And it does have to be said, though, the Gauff serve, when it's going, is a weapon. Absolute weapon. And there's no reason why it couldn't work well on service, provided that it's all firing and working properly. That first serve wasn't. It went to the net. Second serve for Gauff. This is where things can get a little bit tricky for the American, who is currently the world number 2 and looking to try and hold on to that world number 2 ranking at the end of this tournament. Second serve from Gauff is good. Then to the backhand up the middle. So the Jabeur forehand again from Gauff, pushing Jabeur around. Really deep shots from Coco here. Forehand from Jabeur to the forehand of Gauff. Great rally between these two. Backhand to the backhand of Gauff. Still trading up the middle. No one's really going for an angle right now. Now Jabeur does pushing Gauff out wide with a cross-court forehand. Then it does the same again with another cross-court forehand. Brilliant first flat forehand from Ons Jabeur in a rally that could have gone either way. It was fairly neutral, but she was the one who turned it up. She was the one who got the point. It's 40-30. Tunisian women looking to try and receive here, hoping not to be rained off. First serve from Gauff is huge. Jabeur gets a racket on it, but it sails over the baseline on the return, and Gauff gets the opening game. This is going to be an interesting match, I think, to cover, because Gauff and Jabeur, we were talking last night, John, Mario, and I. John and Mario, obviously in Berlin right now. They'll be able to bring you all the behind the scenes from there. But they are probably. But yeah, we were talking about this match, and like we were saying when we were talking, we were tier ranking our Wimbledon favourites, tier 1, tier 2. So tier 1 being people we wouldn't be surprised to win the title, tier 2 being people we wouldn't be surprised to reach the semi-final, but a title would be a bit of a stretch from that point. And there was definitely some debate as to which either of these players would fall into, whether it be tier 1 or tier 2. And a lot of it would probably depend on the outcome of this match and sort of how it plays out. If Ons Jabeur looks very strong, she's kind of putting herself in tier 1. Same for Coco. Now, I don't think they're particularly bothered about trying to impress us. I think they are the only people they're trying to impress. But build confidence ahead of Wimbledon. The slice from Jabeur is long. It's 15 all in this first service game 4 on Jabeur. I will try and bring you some other updates. But yeah, for me, this match is going to be all about, unreturnable serve from Jabeur there, 30-15. This match is going to be all about making a statement out of Wimbledon, as well as trying to get this done as efficiently as possible so that when they come back out to play either Pegula or Siniakova, they're still going to be fairly fresh and motivated. It's a second serve from Jabeur, goes out wide. The Gauff backhand, which is wide on the return, and it's 40-15. Appreciate it's probably early for those of you who may be watching in the US, but yeah, if you are watching, give this video a like. Let's help other people find it. I think for me, this could be the biggest match of the day at Berlin. Depending on outcomes, I can't imagine even the semi-finals being such a big name clash on grass in the same ways. I mean, if we get Azarenka, Sabalenka, that's going to be big. Clash of Grand Slam champions, both Belarusians, both Australian Open champions twice. I would imagine either of these two against Pegula is going to be a semi-decent, pretty strong lineup as well. Pretty interesting. But for me, because of these guys' status as potential Wimbledon title contenders, this is the biggest match of the day for me. Even ahead of a lot of the other stuff going on. Jabeur apologizes after hitting a drop shot forehand that was possibly mishit a little bit, and that's why she was apologizing. I don't think it quite came off how she intended it. Huge first serve from Gauff out wide, and then follows up with a forehand, which is shanked. It's miscued badly, and it goes over the baseline, and it's love 30. And already Jabeur is getting a sniff on breaking the Gauff serve. Maybe taking drinks in between periodically, by the way. Gauff serves up the tee. Short return for Jabeur. Gauff's going to come in, do the drop shot. That is a fantastic drop shot. Jabeur has to respect that. There is no way she was running that down, and it's 15-30. First serve, yeah, really good from Gauff. Really great sort of variety there. Really switched on. And Jabeur does the thing she does with when kicking it away like a football. Jabeur probably not looking out of place at the Euros, which is also going on in Germany. First serve from Gauff is wide. First serve again. Forehand from Jabeur to the forehand of Gauff, just clears the net. Forehand of Jabeur to the Gauff forehand cross court. Jabeur goes up the line with the backhand. Gauff's not managed to run it down. She gets a racket on it, but she can't get enough lift on it. It's in the net. It's 15-40. And Coco Gauff is suddenly already break point down. Other updates, we have 2 other matches going along in the tennis world, which I will give you updates in the change of ends. But how quickly we get to a change of ends, we will find out. Coco Gauff serves up into the middle of the box, and that was a good serve because Jabeur couldn't get purchase on it. Puts the return in the net, 30-40. It was a very blocky return. And even though it was very short in terms of placement, the pace from Gauff was tough, and Jabeur probably needs to swing through a little bit more because of that. 30-40. Second break point. Gauff first serve into the net, so we're getting a second serve here. Gauff serve forehand. Jabeur into the net. Oh, she really went for that return, and it hits the top of the net. And Gauff is at deuce, and Jabeur is very frustrated with herself. She's shadow swinging. She's looking at how she probably should have done that shot. Not to be. Thank you, everyone who's watching at the minute. Please do give us a like, share us, subscribe if you're new, and leave and like get in the live chat. Let me know what you think of this match. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to talk to you about it. We've got a rally going on here, ending with a Jabeur drop shot, which is very well telegraphed. Gauff's going to come to the net, easily puts that away. Jabeur did get a racket on it, but really tricky volley from Gauff is advantage to the American. Might be about to dig herself out of trouble here. Gauff celebrates after that point. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. Throw me any tennis questions. I'm happy to go on tangents and talk about tennis, and any questions you've got about state of play. I want to let me know if you have any questions about what's happening in the match, if you're watching it, if you're not. Second serve from Gauff to try and end this first set. I would end this game even. I'm looking at the wrong score there. Backhand from Gauff up the tee. The line. Forehand from Jabeur's hit the net again. And that's Gauff safely out of that game, 2-1. It was a bit of a scare, but maybe, just maybe, Jabeur not doing enough in some returns, some of her shots to keep Gauff under pressure, and we are still on serve. Just to let you know, in the other quarterfinal, there have been no breaks of serve yet. Sabalenka is serving at 30-15, 1-all. And oh no, Kalinskaya just broken. Kalinskaya has now broken Sabalenka early on. It's 2-1. So Sabalenka not having her own way on court 1 right now. Probably not a court she's super familiar with either. She was expecting to be on the Steffi Graf Stadion, or Stadion. Steffi Graf Stadion. Trying not to sound like Sean Connery too much there. Unfortunately, my German accent is shocking. But maybe she's less used to the condition of court 1, and Kalinskaya is more used to them. Who knows? We also have. Oh dear, this is not going to go well. Excuse me. We also have going on in Birmingham the first semi-final over there between Elisabetta Cotteretto and Julia Putintseva. Cotteretto has just had a medical timeout and had her thigh strapped. She's already got something around the knee as well. Probably not something that's going to help her, given she's actually playing in the first round of Bad Homburg, which is due to start on Sunday, but I suspect her match probably wouldn't be till Monday, against Maria Sakkari, the top seed in that opening round. Now, as Putintseva has just put a backhand into the net. Hey, Jake, lovely to see you. But I do wonder whether Cotteretto is going to pull out of Bad Homburg, really, given how deep she's gone in Birmingham. Maybe a question for Mario. Who knows? But Putintseva is currently leading by a break in this opening set. And Kira, who's been in Birmingham, has actually said that Putintseva was looking good. I will switch back to this match. I can see it's love 15 Gauff on the Jabeur serve, and it's already miscued serve from Jabeur. Cotteretto at the minute, Putintseva is actually 2 points away from potentially winning that first set 6-2 in Birmingham. We've got a cross-court forehand rally going on in Berlin, and Jabeur's forehand limply flops into the net. It's love 30. It has to be said, Gauff's forehand looking really effective at the minute. I know we talk a lot about Gauff forehand and how spinny and loopy it is, but it's actually working quite well. Today, anyway. Jabeur probably targeting it, thinking it's going to give us some problems. And it did there, but that was a good, just because it was a very good out-wide serve from Jabeur to get to 15-30. First serve out wide from Jabeur. Gauff's backhand return is over the baseline. It's 30 all, but it's another good return from a good serve from Jabeur. Gauff probably would have struggled to get that in anyway. First serve from Jabeur out wide. The Gauff wide in place. Slice from Jabeur. Gauff's going to get underneath the backhand and go cross court. Backhand from Jabeur. Gauff is moving Jabeur from side to side now. And the forehand from Jabeur's in the net. On the run. Gauff really doing well to take control and move her opponent around with that forehand. And it's 30-40. And it has to be said, Gauff is looking very confident right now. And Jabeur is looking frustrated. 30-40. Break point for Gauff after saving break points in the previous game. Now she's got the chance to take the advantage in this set. But the first serve from Jabeur, just long going up the tee. Jabeur's serve on grass is absolutely lethal. That wonderful flat stroke. Now we've got a second serve from Jabeur. Gauff's backhand is cross court. Backhand Gauff is going to try and hit into the space for Jabeur to move into it. Who goes to the forehand. They're still trading forehand to forehand, going from side to side. Jabeur's going to slice that one. Coco's going to get to it with the forehand up the line. Backhand Jabeur, cross court. Gauff somehow clears the net with that inside out fine for Jabeur. Gauff is there wrong footed, but she's still going. Gauff is scrambling everything back from Jabeur right now. The defense was immense, but there's nothing she could do with Jabeur's forehand into the open court, inside out. It's deuce. Break point saved, and there's the fist bump for Jabeur, who played really well. But Gauff's defense was on full display there and was constantly asking the question of the Tunisian, which she answered with aplomb. Support for Coco Gauff in the chat from Jake. First serve from Jabeur is long. Second serve. Short. Backhand from Gauff into the net. Jabeur with the advantage, and this is suddenly playing out very similarly to that last service game of Gauff's. And this is, once again, highlighting this could be a very competitive match, as their Roland Garros quarterfinal was, by the way, which is another reason for this match to be hyped, because that Roland Garros quarterfinal they had was really, really good. Ace from Jabeur. She closes out the game, and it's 2-all. Jabeur actually in that game, in that Roland Garros quarterfinal, very close to mounting a comeback. Just didn't do enough in the last couple of points of that match. Putintseva has set point in Birmingham, by the way. 5-2 advantage in that first set. I'm just checking to see the Sabalenka-Kalinskaya score. See if that's moved. This should be coming out fairly shortly. It should be telling me fairly shortly. It is currently deuce on the Kalinskaya serve. So Sabalenka looking to get the immediate break back. Gauff already on the board with 15 love with a great serve. Serve that first serve is very wide though from Coco Gauff. Second serve. Yulia Putintseva has just sealed the first set in Birmingham, 6-2. Double break. The Cochrato forehand going long. Got a cross-court forehand from Gauff is long as well, 15-all. Yeah, Putintseva looking to make some kind of statement. Kalinskaya saved the break point. I can't watch the Kalinskaya-Sabalenka match, sadly, due to the nature of the subscription I've got. I can only watch one match at a time for anything outside of the UK. Great return from Jabeur, just clips the net. Gauff's going to slice that forehand, and it does not bounce very high. Jabeur struggles to reach it. 30-15. This is definitely looking like it's going to be competitive tonight. We've got a first serve from Coco Gauff up the tee, return from Jabeur in the net. Jake, no, Now TV still have bonus streams. That's what I'm watching this on. But I can't watch more than one at a time. So I can't have one on one screen and one on another. So I can't have a bonus stream on one screen and a different bonus stream on another. And that's partly due to kind of the way I have things set up, right? I know you can pay extra to have it on multiple screens. However, I decided to let other people use those screens rather than hoard it all for myself. Backhand from Gauff to the forehand of Jabeur inside out. Backhand Gauff up the line to the Jabeur forehand. Again, really deep shots from both. And the miscued backhand from Gauff wide, 40-30. So you just have to put up with me keeping an eye on scores for Sabalenka, Kalinskaya, but I will, but at least I can kind of see what's going on in Birmingham. It's a WTA-centric stream, which what you would expect from me, right? I know some people might want to know what's happening between Zverev and Kalinskaya, but Zverev and Hurkacz, and maybe I'll bring you if there's any set updates on there. Kalinskaya is held, by the way. She saved break points against Sabalenka, so she's leading 3-1 in that first set. Kalinskaya is obviously not going to be an easy time. Going to give Sabalenka easy time today. Sabalenka looked, by the way, who looked very, very good yesterday. Gauff's come through the game, by the way, 3-2. Still on serve. But yeah, Sabalenka, who was she playing? And I was just like, wow, it was Kasatkina. So she overwhelmed Kasatkina for the first set. Kasatkina then made it a bit more of a fight in the second. I think Iluna did kind of back the level off a bit. And I am wondering whether, to a certain extent, for her, Berlin's a confidence building exercise, and she's not necessarily going to go full tilt for this title, but who knows? I know Sabalenka would appreciate the points. Maybe she has ambitions to be the first woman to win a Wimbledon title in the same year as she's won another grass court. Win a grass court warm-up and a Wimbledon title since Maria Sharapova, 2004, who won Birmingham and then won Wimbledon, of course. It's not a common feat, actually, but yeah, it's been 20 years. Unlike on the men's tour, which has been a little bit more happening a lot more, whether it's Federer winning Halle Wimbledon double, Murray winning the Queen's Wimbledon double, Nadal winning the Queen's Wimbledon double, or even Carlos Alcaraz last year winning the Queen's Wimbledon double. First serve from Jabeur, we're back underway here after the change of end, and she puts away the +1 forehand for a winner, 15-love. Yeah, this stream may be a bit of a ramble from me, but if you do have any questions for me you want to talk about or any thoughts on what's going on here, please do put it in the chat. But we've got a long first serve from Jabeur. And I'll just keep talking through points anyway, because obviously it may well be that you can't watch the match, so I'm going to try and bring it to life for you. But the return from Gauff is long off the second serve of Jabeur, 30-love. The forehand of Coco just pushed over the baseline. First serve from Jabeur at the tee. Great short return from Gauff. He's going to come in at the drop shot from Jabeur and tries to pass her. Jabeur gets a racket on it, completely miscues it. It's 30-15. Uh, 30-15. Jabeur, Gauff. Oh, you're playing the new topspin game, Jake. What's it like? How's it working? Gauff finds a return on the backhand. Jabeur's backhand, she really went for that cross court. She overcooks it. 30-all. It was there, and if she maybe a little bit more spin would have made it drop in. But again, Ons Jabeur's strokes are so flat, it's a little bit risky, but it works on grass. It's worked well for her over the years, but it's 30-all. And again, Jabeur is in trouble on serve. The first serve from Jabeur is caught the top of the net, so we're into a let. So we've got another go from Ons. Coco goes for the forehand return. The Jabeur forehand is miscued into the net off a great return from Gauff. And it's 30-40, another breakpoint chance we've had. This is the third consecutive game now where we've had, third out of the last 4 service games where we've had breakpoint chances. Forehand return from Gauff is there for the return for the forehand. They're trading forehands now. Gauff tried to scoop that forehand up the line, but it clips the top of the net and it's deuce. Yeah, Jake, I used to play Virtual Tennis 3 on the PSP back in the day. Yeah, you do have to learn how to any of these first games, like try and develop the power of your player to get yourself a hope. But yeah, sounds like he was in long rallies. Deuce, second serve, backhand from Gauff up the line, backhand of Jabeur, scooped out, forehand from Gauff to the Jabeur, backhand up the line, long. And there's advantage again to Gauff. And yeah, we had Gauff at break point, manages to get that return in play. Forehand Jabeur. Gauff reads where she's going with it. Now Jabeur's got the overhead. Gauff's actually got a play on it. She's going to try and lob her. Jabeur jumps up, scoops up from almost behind her and puts away that overhead. And it's deuce. That was well saved for Bayon's, having to try and hit through Coco, who was anticipating so well where Jabeur was going. Yeah, Virtua Tennis 3 was a fun game. We'll talk about it a bit more in a minute. Gauff can't get that serve back in play from Jabeur. It was too good. It's an advantage to Ons, and she may well have to come through another difficult service game here. Jabeur bounces the ball. Serves. Out wide, misses. Gauff again, getting ready. On Jabeur. Serves. Body serve on the second serve. Gauff return is in. Forehand Gauff. Miscued. It's well out of court. And Jabeur holds 3-all. Yeah, Virtua Tennis 3 was fun, but I do feel like it was a little bit out of date because the game I had, like Nadal, you had Federer and Nadal, but Nadal was like a mid-top 10 player. And when you kind of had the final game where you had to play like the tour finals at the very end to like win the game and become the undisputed number one, your opponent was Leighton Hewitt, who at that point I was like, I mean, he was good, but he wasn't the best in the world. Like, I don't understand why it wasn't Federer. I never played the women's one, it has to be said. But yeah, Gauff, Jabeur's lobbing Gauff here very nicely. Gauff manages to get to it with impressive speed, still running all over the court. Passes Gauff with that backhand. That was a fantastic rally. Highly recommend you go and check that one out on the highlight reel. I'll see if I can describe what happened on the replay, but it was a very cat and mouse point with both players running up and down, particularly Gauff just running up to the net, back to the baseline, back to the net. Gauff being brought in by a drop shot. Jabeur scooping it over her head with an improvised lob and then drop shotting her again, but Gauff passing her with the backhand. That was incredible. Anyone else may have got beaten, but Gauff's speed and athleticism is showing to be a massive strength for her in this game right now. And she's looking the much more confident player. She's got a very short return to put away with the backhand. She does. 30 love. I mean, it has to be said, like, I watched Gauff against Alexandrova the other day, and I thought I only saw the second set. I know Alexandrova pushed her a lot in the first. It was a bit scrappy in the first, but Gauff in the second looked just invincible. Looked so good. Backhand from Gauff, just taking out the air on the swing volley. And Jabeur's backhand attempt as long as the Gauff backhand ended up right in the corner. 40 love. I think it's carrying over as well. Like, just Gauff is carrying herself with such authority out here. Like, she looks like she belongs. She looks like a top player right now. First serve is wide from Gauff. Changeovers will also be perfect to check what's going on in the other match. The backhand from Jabeur to the backhand of Gauff cross court. Forehand Jabeur's into the net. Gauff holds to love 4-3 and is looking like the player with a slightly more momentum right now. Jabeur having a bit more of a battle as whoa. Big news. Kalinskaya is broken again. It's 4-1 on court one. Kalinskaya leads Sabalenka by a double break. If anyone's watching that match, could you let me know what's going on? Because that's crazy. That's a little bit of an upset. I mean, Kalinskaya is good. I regard her as like top class player, one of the top class player. But I did not have her beating. Beating Sabalenka. which could make it very interesting if she has to play Azarenka later, because at the minute, it's between her and Azarenka for a top 16 seed at Wimbledon. Azarenka's currently live ranked there. Live ranked to be seeded 16th, but Kalinskaya can overtake her by winning the title in Berlin. So we do get an Azarenka Kalinskaya semi-final. That could be interesting because that 16th seed does make a difference compared to being ranked in sort of the 17 to 32 range. You avoid a top player until the 4th round of the top 16. Yeah, I can see why you'd prefer Azarenka to avoid Sabalenka, Jake, to be honest. You would back Sabalenka. I would back Sabalenka in that match, but I think Azarenka Kalinskaya could be quite even, especially if Kalinskaya is coming off a confidence-building win against Sabalenka, and Azarenka might be not necessarily have the matches, but we'll see. Forehand winner from Jabeur, by the way, 15-love, and in Birmingham, Putintseva has an early break in the second set to love and looks very much in control of this match and heading for the final in Birmingham. Second semi-final will follow there between Aya Tomjanovic and Anastasia Potapova. Jabeur's at 30-love. Serves first serve into the net. Second serve, out wide. Gauff gets it in play. Forehand back behind from Jabeur. Cross-court forehand from Gauff is long. 40-love. A little bit too much on that one. Jabeur off the top of the net. Gets a new ball because it's a let. Just about. Serve from Jabeur to the forehand of Gauff back in play. Backhand Jabeur to the backhand of Gauff up the line. Oh, it's long. It's up the middle of the court. Again, just a little bit too long from Gauff on some of those ground strokes. Jabeur holds the love now. That's 2 comfortable holds of serve from these two players. Things have stabilized, but we're now really at 4-all at the business end of this first set. No one can afford to drop their level, but who can be the most brave and take advantage? Coco Gauff serves up the tee. Backhand in play from Jabeur. Backhand cross court from Gauff. Jabeur, can't live with that backhand. And that is one of the reasons why that's one of the best backhands on tour right now from Coco Gauff. It's 15-love. Off stepping up to serve. Goes out wide. Misses. Long. Second serve. Gauff, by the way, in her New Balance kit with the fluorescent green headband, dark blue top, and a sort of greyish blue skirt. As we have a backhand in play from Jabeur, trading backhand up the line. Forehand up the line from Gauff, actually. Backhand now back to the Jabeur backhand, who's short. Drop shot from Gauff is really telegraphed. Jabeur's going to get there and pass Gauff easily. Oh, was it? Oh, Jabeur's looking annoyed. I think she's dragged that catch too wide. She did. It's 30-love. She got to it and was going for the really sharp cross by the net short and made the angle too much. And it's 30-love. And Jabeur's annoyed now because that could have been her point. Who's the serve volley you're dealing with, Jake? Return on the backhand is long from Jabeur. It's 40-love. Trying to think. You're not playing. Who's a serve volley on tour right now? It's not Maxime Cressy, is it? Great serve from Gauff. Jabeur return miscued over the baseline. It was too good from Coco Gauff. Oh, it is Cressy. There you go. Gauff holds to love again. 5-4. Pressure on Jabeur. But we could pretend it's Maxime Cressy, Jake. Pressure on Jabeur now. Gauff is snacking on some fruit from a box. Callan Sky is at 5-1. Sabalenka serving. It's love 15. Can she breadstick Sabalenka? Kvitova has just saved break point against Cocciaretto to try and avoid the Italian coming back at her in this set in Birmingham. Well, I hope that you win a. I hope you are the Montpellier champion by the end of this stream, Jake. Maybe we need to make sure we have you on any coverage of Montpellier that we have. Montpellier's early February, isn't it, usually? Players coming back out. Jabeur is serving to stay in the first set. Still really close in Birmingham, by the way. I just want to have a look at the other match. No points have moved on this one at the minute. Still love 15 between Sabalenka and Kalinskaya on my screen as we got a first serve from Jabeur is wide. But I think it's clipped the net because she's being thrown a new ball, so it's a let for Jabeur. First serve attempt again. Goes body serve this time, and it works because Gauff backhands into the net. 15 love. This is going to be another love service game. Well, it's long. Well, the serve from Jabeur is another let. It's another let. She's having trouble serving without clipping the net. Backhand from Gauff. The backhand up the line from Jabeur. Back forehand cross court from Gauff. Oh! We've got an update, by the way, as the Jabeur has gone long. And that's the first point against serve we've had for a while, 15 all. But we've got an update from quarterfinal, from court one. Sabalenka has withdrawn. Kalinskaya is through 5-1 with a walkover, and she will play Victoria Azarenka. So both players in the other semi-final will have benefited from an opponent's walkover. And not only that, the walkover of two of the former grass court players. Forehand cross court from Jabeur. Catches Gauff out. That was really good. Gauff got a racket on it, had no hope of controlling it. Really deep and in the corner. 30-15 from Jabeur. I'm going to see if I can get hold of John or Mario and see if they can tell me what happened with Sabalenka. 30-15 here on Steffi Graf Stadium. Backhand cross court from Gauff. Oh, scooped into play from Jabeur. Forehand up the line from Gauff. Back behind. That's a brilliant play from Coco off a fantastic return. 30 all. Jabeur slices that backhand. Backhand cross court. Oh, Gauff just frustrated that she's missed it. 40-30 on Jabeur. Serves out wide. Huge serve. Gets through the game. 5 games all. Okay. We have an update from John about Sabalenka. It looks like it's a shoulder issue that she's having. Doesn't seem serious. It was probably precautionary retirement from Sabalenka against Kalinskaya. But yeah, Kalinskaya is now playing Victoria Azarenka in the semi-finals in Berlin. Both players would have benefited from walkovers from big names. As we're still at 40-30, so I'm not sure what happened at the last point. But Gauff just passed Jabeur and it's back to deuce. I was so distracted by the Kalinskaya Sabalenka situation, I think I've missed the drama on court in front of me. But just to finish on that point, yeah, as to reiterate, that's going to be critical, that match between Azarenka and Kalinskaya for the potential 16th Wimbledon seed. One of those is going to get it at the end of the week. Forehand from Gauff. Forehand inside out from Jabeur. Forces an error from Gauff. Advantage Jabeur, whose fitness trainer is still supporting her. Seems to be the only person from her team there at the minute. Here we go. We've got the details on the screen for you of the Sabalenka incident from the Talking Tennis team. Advantage on Jabeur. Actually, a bit of breaking news on this one, which we'll talk about that. But the first serve return from Gauff is good. Now going up the line again. Backhand from Jabeur to the backhand of Gauff cross court. But backhand from Jabeur is miscued wide under pressure from Gauff on the cross court exchange, and it's back to deuce. But just to say that this retirement from Aryna Sabalenka confirms that Coco Gauff will be seeded 2 at Wimbledon. Your top 4 seeds at Wimbledon will be 1 Swiatek, 2 Gauff, 3 Sabalenka, 4 Rybakina. As Jabeur's backhand hits the net off another fantastic return from Coco Gauff, who moves to advantage and to set point. Gauff waiting, hoping for another great return here. First serve from Jabeur is into the net. Second serve for the Tunisian. Trying to avoid going a set down here. Backhand from Gauff in play. Backhand Jabeur up the line. Forehand Gauff up the line to the Jabeur. Backhand goes cross court. Gauff reaches it, but puts the backhand into the net. It's deuce. Even her speed couldn't help her pick the shot up. The confirmed world number 2. Both players having saved break points this set. No breaks yet. No converted break points. What will happen here? We've got a second serve on Jabeur for Coco Gauff to look at. Backhand from Gauff in play. Forehand Jabeur cross court. Pushes Gauff back. Now Jabeur's got another forehand, which she goes to the Gauff backhand cross court. Backhand Jabeur up the line. Catches it. Forehand from Gauff. Jabeur, tries to put the forehand up the line. It was a really tricky, deep shot from Gauff on the run. And Jabeur's put the forehand long. And it's another set point for Coco Gauff. Advantage once again to the American. It's another attempt to put this set away. First serve from Jabeur is into the net. Second serve. Forehand from Gauff into play. Backhand from Jabeur to the drop shot of Gauff. No, it's just a really long slice. Forehand from Jabeur. Forehand Gauff. Short. Slice from Jabeur cross court. Gauff's there with the backhand. The backhand of Jabeur up the line. Moving Gauff from side to side. Now they're moving each other around the court. Gauff's going to get the forehand up the line. Jabeur's there to slice it. Backhand from Gauff again up the line to the Jabeur. Forehand goes cross court. Forehand Gauff cross court. Again, Jabeur goes back behind with the cross court forehand. Who then scoops that one up. Gauff is there with the backhand. Long. Oh, what a rally from those two. That was absolutely brilliant. Loved every second of it. But Gauff, again, just couldn't quite pick up on the backhand from the there. And it's back to deuce. Second set point saved by Ons Jabeur. Coco's annoyed that she's missed the opportunity. It was a very close rally between the two of them. Would have been an epic set point. Still was. Serve into the net from Jabeur. Short first serve. Gauff goes Jabeur goes cross court on the backhand off another great Gauff shot, and Jabeur is frustrated again. She's once again set point down in this game. Third set point for Coco Gauff. Will it be third time lucky? Winner of this to play either Jessica Pegula or Katerina Siniakova, who will follow this match. First serve from Jabeur is wide. My suspect after the after that match, I would imagine Kalinskaya and Azarenka are going to play. That Kalinskaya won't need as much rest. Forehand from Gauff, short. Drop shot from Jabeur. Gauff's going to get to it, scoops it up. Jabeur's going to take the overhead on, passes her. Oh, she just needs to place it in court. She did an excellent job of it, and that's a third set point saved by Ons Jabeur. Deuce. What a set we're seeing here on Talking Tennis. So from Jabeur, wide. We've had 3 set points so far, Ashley. Hello, by the way. First serve from Jabeur to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand from Jabeur. Backhand from Gauff up the line. Oh, that's a beauty from Coco Gauff. She does seem to apologise, so maybe she was benefiting from that cord, or she miscued it, but she framed it somehow. But it's another set point for Coco Gauff. It's the 4th one. Beautiful backhand, though, on the inside out. First serve from Jabeur is long. Again, she cannot find a first serve when she needs it. Not that she's desperately needed it, it has to be said. Goes out wide. Backhand from Gauff to the forehand of Jabeur inside out. Gauff is going to struggle with the back behind. And it's long. Great play from Jabeur. High risk, but it paid off. And it's another set point saved. Back to deuce. I'm keeping an eye on Birmingham as well. Putintseva is actually leading 6-2-5 love, but Kochereta has 3 game points to avoid the bagel. Forehand from Jabeur into the net. Jabeur's forehand into the net. It was a tight forehand in the end, and it's advantage Gauff. Another set point. Hello. Oh, no, it's our subscriber account. My mistake. I thought it was a person. And it's another set point saved by Jabeur, this time with an unreturnable serve. She found a first serve there. But yes, if you are new, please do subscribe. First serve out wide. The Gauff forehand kicked up. Forehand Jabeur up. The line is missed. Over the line again. And once again, it's a set point for Coco Gauff. The crowd are loving it. They're loving the drama here. First serve out wide. Back. Oh, that's a huge serve from Jabeur. Unreturnable. It's another set point save. I tell you what, if she wins this set, this is going to go down in some legend. First serve into the net. First serve at the tee. Backhand from Coco Gauff to the forehand up the line. Backhand Jabeur up the line. Forehand cross court from Gauff. Jabeur's got the forehand back behind for the cross court. Gauff's forehand into the net. And Jabeur finally has a game point. She's been winning so many points in the ad court. Can she now make this one matter and finally get out of this game? Of course, we know how these games can go sometimes. Sometimes you win points in the ad court when saving break points, and suddenly you can't win them when you're trying to get to game point. First serve into the net. Second serve out wide. Backhand from Gauff to the backhand of Jabeur up the line. And Gauff scrambled in play on the run. Backhand from Jabeur. Forehand from Jabeur at the net. She's going to drop shot Gauff. She gets out of the game. She was moving Gauff all over the place, but Gauff wasn't going to get to that by any means. And here we go. It is 5 games all. What an escape from Ons Jabeur. That was super clutch from the Tunisian, the two-time Wimbledon runner-up, former champion here in Berlin as well. Won it back in 2022. She was on an amazing grass court one when she ran into Elena Rybakina in that final. We've got a match point on Birmingham, by the way. 40-30 for Putintseva to win it. She's leading 6-2, 5-1, 40-30. She serves out wide. The backhand of Cocciaretto, backhand Putintseva to the backhand of Cocciaretto across court. Forehand from Putintseva to the backhand of Cocciaretto across court. Slice from Putintseva. Cocciaretto's still keeping this rally going. They're kind of playing very safe with these backhands. Slice again from Putintseva. Still trading backhands. Still trading backhands. Still. Now Putintseva change direction to the forehand. Cocciaretto runs that one down, scoops it in play, and Putintseva couldn't get control of the forehand, and she's put that in the tram line. That's match point saved. And over here, we've got love 15 as Coco Gauff's come to the net. Jabeur somehow got that ball back in play, and Gauff had Jabeur all over the court, and Jabeur runs down the drop shot. Gauff hits the ball, ends up losing a cat and mouse point at the net by pushing a volley over the baseline. Now into another cat and mouse rally as Jabeur's slice brings Gauff to net. There's trading at the net again, and this time the Gauff pass works. Jabeur kind of volleyed right back at Gauff's racket, and Gauff puts it into the open space, up the line, 15-all. Two brilliant bits of cat and mouse tennis there, on grass, fun to watch. $15-all. How's Gauff going to respond here? Jabeur seems to be much more in this match now. She saved 5 set points in the previous service game. Second serve for Gauff now. Backhand from Jabeur. Oh, she really went for the backhand return. Put it in the net. 30-15. On Jabeur. Looking a little bit puffed, maybe. Maybe she's just frustrated. She is missing some critical shots here. I definitely think Gauff's been better on return. First serve from Gauff is out wide. Jabeur is going to get a short return in play. Forehand from Gauff up the line. We had too much time on it, but the Jabeur forehand's in the net. That was there for the taking, and again, it just ends up in the net. 40-15. Gauff might be lucky that she's at 40-15 right now, because if Jabeur played a couple of these points differently, very different scoreline. First serve from Coco Gauff is over the top, is too good. Jabeur's return is over the top, it's over the baseline, and Gauff holds for 6-5, and Jabeur will once again have to serve to stay in the set. Youssef believes in Ons, though, and I have to say, after seeing those 5 set points saved, I agree. Well, maybe not agree, but I certainly have some belief that Ons can win. Right now, I would say I'm still backing Gauff to win this, but I think if we go to a tie break, then anything can happen. Got another match point, which Cocciaretto saved with a forehand at the line in Berlin. Birmingham even. The other B tournament. Except, I'd say Berlin's very much the A tournament out of the two. Being a 500. No other reason. Oh, Putintseva got the luckiest net cord ever. It just completely dies and sets herself up with another match point. Ball just completely died. I tell you what, part of me does want a Putintseva Potapova final in Birmingham, because that would just be interesting emotionally, shall we say that, for both players. Cocciaretto now gets the benefit of that court herself and saves another match point. So I'll let you know if that match gets done. But yeah, also, by the way, we've been talking about impact on Wimbledon seedings. Obviously, Coco Gauff, by the virtue of Sabalenka retiring in her other quarterfinal just now against Kalinskaya, is going to be the Wimbledon second seed. Jabeur is chasing the top 8 seeding at Wimbledon. And she's not far off getting it. She just needs to get through Gauff here. But she's looking very good to displace Xiong Jin-wen and be a top 8 seed at Wimbledon. Huge rally at the minute. Jabeur's forehand just misses. It was kind of loopy, and it's love 15, but just missed the sideline. It does feel like Jabeur's the one who's not executing as well, is under a little bit more pressure. First serve to the Gauff forehand. Backhand up the line from Jabeur to the forehand of Gauff into the net, 15 all. Forehand miscued, wide from Gauff on the return. Great serving from Jabeur, 30-15. Okochireta has broken back. She's got it to 2-5, so she's got one of the breaks back. Saving match points. It's still going on in Birmingham. Backhand from Jabeur to the backhand of Gauff. Backhand up the line, short from Jabeur. Gauff's forehand's into the net. And it's 40-15. I think we're heading for a tie break here. First serve, the forehand of Gauff. Backhand from Jabeur, cross court. Forehand, backhand Gauff just up the line. Now we've got Gauff teeing off of the forehand into the open court, back behind Jabeur, and it's 40-30. Great play from Gauff there after a very good return, which I've been saying quite a bit this set. It has to be said. There's a real battle here going on, though. Love to have so many people joining as well for the conclusion of this set. If you are new, give us a like, maybe subscribe. Jabeur forced an error with a lovely deep forehand, and we are going to a tie break here. 6 games all. It's been a very competitive match. It's been so much fun. But let us know, who's going to win the tie break? Who do you think? What are your thoughts on this match so far? I'm wondering if Ons has asked for some kind of support because she's just spoken to the umpire and she's on the walkie-talkie. So I'm wondering if Ons is going to be looking for some kind of treatment after this tiebreak. First serve from Gauff to the backhand of and the forehand from Jabeur's into the net. First serve from Gauff was very good. Jabeur did well to get the return in play. Oh, it looks like we're going to have Kira soon, which will be fun to take us through the second set. First serve from Jabeur into the net. Second serve, Gauff forehand really deep. Jabeur's forehand just clears the net. Now they're trading backhands cross court. Backhand again from Gauff, trying to go back behind Jabeur, but she puts it in the net. It's 1-1. Gauff lost her footing there a little bit, actually. Slipped again, as she did on the very first point in the match. Jabeur serves out wide to the forehand of Gauff, who just gets a really deep return. Now she's got a drop shot from Gauff. Jabeur's going to run it down, goes across. Forehand from Gauff, scooped over the baseline. She tried to chase down the counter drop. It didn't work well. Jabeur gets the point. Gauff's going to be serving at 1-2. Coco Gauff's now into a service motion here. Goes out wide. Jabeur scoops the return back into play on the block back. But the +1 from Gauff on the forehand is too good. Into the open space, 2-all. She had plenty of time. She put the forehand away. And as I've said, that forehand's been working well today. First serve from Gauff is into the net. Second serve. Jabeur, inside out, backhand return. Gauff manages to get that cross court in play. Now they're trading cross court again. Forehand looped. Forehand from Jabeur hits the net post. She was dragged well out of court by that. She's kind of sluggishly walking after that rally. 3-2 Gauff. Yeah, she was really dragging out of court by the spin of the Gauff forehand. That worked really well for Coco. Got another match point in Berlin, by the way. 30-40 on the Cocciaretto serve. First serve from Jabeur. Forehand from Gauff in play. Backhand up the line from Jabeur. Cross court forehand from Gauff. Jabeur goes back cross court with the forehand. Oh, Gauff tries to slice the forehand, ends up in the tram line. Well in the tram line. We're at 3 points all as we change ends. This match is on a knife edge. Unlike the match in Birmingham, as Yulia Putintseva is roaring in celebration because she is now won. She is into the Birmingham final. She beats Elisabetta Cocciaretto 6-2, 6-2. That is your latest update from Birmingham there. We can focus on Berlin now as we wait for the other Birmingham match between semi-final between Tomjanovic and Potapova to get underway. But we'll go back to the 3-all game, the 3-all point here. Gauff, Jabeur. Jabeur serves out wide to the forehand of Gauff. Wide on the return. Unreturned serve from Jabeur. Now she's up 4-3 in this tiebreak. How close can this tiebreak get? Is this going to be another crazy tiebreak? We've had so many surprises this set. No one's had been broken yet. Almost an hour played out here in Berlin. Great serve from Gauff, who then has the +1 backhand, which he puts away into the open space cross court. Jabeur misread it, and it's 4-all. Again, brilliant timing on that +1 from Gauff. We are hitting that hour mark. First serve from Gauff to Jabeur. Backhand is over the baseline. Unreturnable serve. Great body serve from Coco Gauff. 5-4. This is where mistakes become even more critical at this point. So close to the finish line in this tiebreak. Backhand from Gauff is into the net on the return. Again, a great body serve from Jabeur. They're just sort of matching each other at the minute. Body serve for body serve. 5-5. And here we go. Who's going to get to set point here? Jabeur serves into the net. This looks familiar to that 4-5 game that she had. Serves up wide. Forehand from Gauff, cross court to the forehand of Jabeur. Forehand from Gauff to the forehand of Jabeur, cross court. Trading at the minute. Brilliant rally. Jabeur goes back behind. Gauff scoops the forehand up and over the baseline. And it is Jabeur's time to have a set point after saving 5 a few games ago on her serve, 4-5. Now she has one of her own after outlasting Gauff in that cross-court forehand exchange. 5-6 in the tiebreak. Gauff serves long. Second serve. Knife edge here. So tight. Gauff abandons the ball toss. It was a little low. Now she goes for the second serve. Body serve. Forehand from Jabeur as well long. 6 points all. Set point saved. This set really couldn't go either way. Brilliant, brilliant job from Coco Gauff to save that set point. 6 all. And this feels very appropriate for this set. Nothing has separated these two. There's very little separating these two. Has been all set. Maybe a few things that make you more confident in Gauff, but Jabeur's played so well when in trouble. But both things serving so well in general, returning well as well. First serve from Gauff out wide. Jabeur manages to find the return. Backhand inside out from Gauff to the forehand of Jabeur up the line. Backhand cross court Gauff. Forehand. Oh, it's a backhand Jabeur, which she tried to hit kind of up the line. It ends up becoming inside out. Hits the net anyway. It's 7-6 Gauff. This is her 6th set point. First for a while though. First of this tiebreak for Gauff. Now how's Jabeur going to deal with it? First serve from Jabeur is good. Now follows up with the backhand off a deep return from Gauff. Slice from Gauff to the backhand of Jabeur up the line. Gauff's going to have to run for the forehand, which he gets there. Short from Gauff. Again, slice from Gauff there. Backhand, slice again from Gauff. Backhand up the line from Jabeur. Forehand sliced by Gauff. Jabeur's going to come in behind on the approach shot. She's got a really short drop shot there. That was brilliant. That was a fantastic drop shot. Looked even better than it actually turned out to be. No, it was better than I originally thought when she first hit it. 7 points all, and what a way to set point by Jabeur, just dealing with the slicing and dicing from Gauff so well. First serve from Jabeur to the Gauff forehand is into the net. Now it's Jabeur's turn to have another set point. 8-7. Great serving from Jabeur. Coco Gauff's now stepping up again to defend set point on serve. Serve from Gauff is long. Second serve. Jabeur hits the forehand inside-out return. Oh, that's a brilliant inside-out backhand from Coco Gauff. It didn't hit the line, but it was darn close to it. 8 points all. What a way to save set point. The serve was okay from Gauff. The forehand was good. The return was great from Jabeur. The +1 was even better from Coco Gauff. 8 points all. Gauff serves into the net. First serve's deserting her a little bit at this point. I don't have a Kira in the wing. Looks like we've got Kira in the wings. First serve from Gauff. Sliced forehand from Gauff. Slice from Jabeur. Backhand from Gauff is long. It's long. We've had our first mini break of this tie break. And it was off a long backhand up the line from Coco Gauff. And Jabeur has her third set point, and it's the first one on her serve. Every set point has been against serve so far. First serve into the net from Jabeur, trying to put this one away. Short, good second serve. Backhand slice in play from Jabeur. Forehand inside out from Gauff. Jabeur slices. Forehand inside out again from Gauff, pushing Jabeur back behind herself. Now again, inside out forehand from Gauff. Jabeur continuing to slice on the defense. Still the same shots being repeated. That slice from Jabeur is wide. Gauff puts Jabeur under so much pressure. And in the end, Jabeur trying to go up the line with a slice backhand. It didn't work. It's 9-all. They're changing sides again. Nine points all. This is a mega tie break. You can't say either of these players is playing badly either. They're doing so well to put each other under pressure. What a set this is turning out to be in Berlin. After a couple of retirements in quarterfinals, the crowd's getting their money's worth here. It's got a first serve out wide from Jabeur. He then follows up with a very short forehand. Gauff's having to slice her forehand there. Drop shot from Jabeur into the net. I don't even reach the net. It's 10-9. Gauff's got a set point on her serve. Finally. And Jabeur looks deflated, frustrated. First time Gauff's had a set point on her serve, and she's had a few. Let's be honest, it's her 8th set point. Abandons the ball toss, though. How tight are these players at this point? Now she goes to the first serve. The Jabeur butt return is long at the backhand, and Gauff celebrates pretty hard. She is a set up here in Berlin. What a set we have just seen from these two players. Absolutely brilliant. But it's Gauff who maybe inevitably picks up that set. Wow. I think I need a bit of a breather. So I'll give us a moment, and then we'll come and Kira and I can talk about that set.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Hello, Kira.
Hello.
So let's dive in to that as we've got Jabeur receiving some kind of treatment, which makes sense. She looks like she's having her blood pressure taken, which is slightly concerning. But look, you wouldn't have noticed she was ill from that tie break.
No, certainly not. I'm quite surprised to see her looking so ill now, sat down, because it's like a switch has flipped and she suddenly looks like she's just, she looks really unwell as well. I know they were taking her temperature before and now, like you say, the blood pressure. So, I hope she's going to be okay to continue because this has been a bit of a cracker by the looks of it.
It really has. I mean, it's very rare that you will see a women's match where, well, no, actually, it's pretty cool. Like both players had chances to break throughout the whole set, but both players defended break points really well. I mean, Jabeur was under a little bit more pressure throughout, and she had to save 5 break points serving at 4-5, which was crazy. So that's how Gauff ended up with so many break point chances against her name, 5 set point chances against her name. So finally got that sorted, it got that sorted. So Gauff probably the worthy winner. Go on.
I think this might be over. I think Gauff's coming over to speak to Ons.
Ons is looking pretty weak. I mean, I'm not surprised. That set looks like we'd have taken a lot out of her.
Yeah.
We're having some kind of conversation about it.
She keeps shaking her head. They've fist bumped. I don't know. I can't hear whether the umpire's announcing anything because I haven't got the sound on or anything.
But Gauff's putting her rackets away.
I think it's over.
Oh, this is the third quarterfinal ended in retirement in Berlin.
Terrible.
I'm assuming you saw the Kalinskaya beating Sabalenka.
Did they start even, or did she?
They did. They got to 5-1. They got to 5-1, and then Sabalenka retired with sounds like some kind of shoulder issue, a precautionary thing.
Right.
Siniakova Pegula is going to follow this match. It might be quite short because depending on how if Pegula can put us away. But Siniakova was carrying some kind of leg injury as well. So I think that's pretty much confirmed. Yeah, that's it. Kind of seismic, this result so far for the Wimbledon seeds, though, because now we know what they're going to be for the top 8 anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, top 15 we know, more or less. If you look at your live rankings.
Really.
Yeah. So, but this is a conversation that John and Mario and I had on the stream yesterday about would we be surprised if Coco Gauff won Wimbledon? And I have to say, watching her today, on the side, and watching her in that second set against Alexandrova, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I certainly think she's got as good a chance as any, especially at the moment. It feels like, eager on grass, not necessarily the eager that we've got used to over the last few months. It feels like Rybakina is really struggling at the moment. Obviously, Sabalenka with the shoulder, I probably expect that to be okay for Wimbledon, but I still think Gauff with a huge chance, especially seeded second, as she will be now. So yeah, I don't see why not. And honestly, even with the others fully fit, I still don't see why not. I think I'm still a bit on the Gauff train there. I really believe she's right up there, and yeah, I could see it.
No. Yeah, I could see it as well. I'm in the same boat as you. Although I would say I would also not be surprised if Iga won it.
Really?
No, I would not be surprised if Iga won Wimbledon.
Okay.
Still believe.
Yes, absolutely. No, surprised is probably too strong. I mean, she's the best player in the world, so you can't really be surprised if she wins any slam, I suppose. So I wouldn't be surprised, but it'd be more
She's not a
impressive.
favourite. She's not a
No.
favourite. I will concede that, especially given she's not done a grass court warm up.
Mm.
Ons was the other player we were debating on whether she belonged in the wouldn't be surprised if she won Wimbledon category.
I would be surprised if she won Wimbledon.
Okay.
I think, and not. I love Ons so much, so much, and I would cry if she won Wimbledon for sure, and I would probably be surprised as well, because I just think at the moment the year she's had up to now, for her to win a slam would be quite an impressive achievement, particularly with all of her history at slams, history at Wimbledon. I would be surprised and incredibly impressed.
But if it was going to happen anywhere, Wimbledon's the most likely place.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
that's where we're at. So yeah, we've got. I tell you what. How are you feeling about the top four being Swiatek, Gauff, Sabalenka, Rybakina? Because that throws up some interesting potential semi-final combinations that we weren't getting when Gauff wasn't number two. Which is Iga's now guaranteed to have either Sabalenka or Rybakina as a semi-final opponent if she gets that far. That's gonna make things that kind of confirms it's going to be complicated if she is going to win that Wimbledon title.
Yeah, absolutely. Although, having said that, in a certain way, for me, I don't think, even if we had the usual semi-final of Iga against Coco, which I don't think anyone really particularly likes anymore, but even if that was the case here at Wimbledon, I would still, despite the head-to-head, I would still think that would be interesting on grass with Coco as she is at the moment. I don't think that would be the Iga Coco matchup we have seen as of late.
Well, we know that. Yeah, I would agree with that. By the way, I think it would grass is that element that we just don't know because it's just so different. With obviously the seedings as they are, Sabalenka and Rybakina are now guaranteed if they're going to play each other, it's going to be a final, which I think is going to be the final that most people would want to see or be most excited by on grass. So I mean, you can comment on that, but out of those, which do you think would be the most interesting way round? Which halves do you think would be the most interesting? Is it Sabalenka, Swiatek, Rybakina, Gauff, or other way around?
Other way around for me. Other way around. For me, it's got to be Iga Elena, because I think I love that kind of rivalry. We've seen a lot more of Świątek Sabalenka obviously recently, but Świątek Rybakina is pretty good too. I think that would be fun, and then Gauff Sabalenka I think would be more interesting to me than the other one. So I'd go that way around if we're talking the best tennis that we want to see.
That being said, we still haven't seen Gauff Rybakina for a couple of years now, and not since they became the players they now are.
True, very true. I mean, there's no bad configuration.
No, there isn't.
They're the best players in the world, right? So you want to see them playing each other, whichever way around it is. I must say, I will be totally shocked if those are the semi-finals. I 100% think that those will not be the semi-finals in any way. I think
it's a lot more open at Wimbledon, isn't it? Let's be honest. No, Ons is still in the mix to cause some upsets like she did last year. Vondrousova is the defending champion. You've got grass just sort of evens things out a bit, I think, because there's something about the surface that there's something about the setup on grass that means that everyone's a little bit more vulnerable, or an opportunity for someone to take advantage of being comfortable on there.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
sound like you're struggling a little bit.
So sorry. No, I I said no to a watch along a few days ago because I couldn't really speak very well. And I said yesterday because I haven't been on for ages, but I'm still a little bit. But so I'm sorry, so sorry to everyone listening.
No, that's fine. You're in the same position I was last week, where
really?
I couldn't get through without coughing. Mario looked like he was about to. He looked concerned I was about to be wheeled off in an ambulance at some point.
Yeah. I had a meeting with somebody the other day, a couple of days ago in the morning, and I was talking to them, and it was meant to be like an hour and a half long, and we got 40 minutes in, and she was like, I think we should just stop. I think you should just go and lie down. I was like, I'm fine. Yeah, so obviously I looked worse than I felt, but no, I do think Wimbledon is like the ultimate leveler. And if you look at the champions over the last 10 years and all the different names that have been there, it's not one that is dominated by one person nowadays, or even a group of people. It's one that you feel like anything could happen. I certainly believe that we'll have some big upsets at Wimbledon. I think we'll have some people not playing by the looks of it. I know it's often the case in the build-up that people pull out of things, but I don't know, it feels different this year. It feels like there could be injuries or there could be illnesses that could impact Wimbledon this year as well, which would be a real shame. But I think we're going to have some real sort of shock names towards the latter stages.
In both draws, right?
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Yeah. I'm more confident with the men's because I can't really see past Yannick Sinner at the moment for the men's.
He's making it hard. He's making a statement. If he wins Halle, then for me, he is the. I'm going to be more willing to make him slight favourite over Alcaraz at Wimbledon.
Yeah. For me, yeah, absolutely. I can't really see past Sinner for Wimbledon in the men's. But I still think like latter stages we could have some quite random names, and yeah, in the women's certainly I've not picked my my winner in the women's yet at all. I'll have to see the next couple of tournaments.
No, I think I want to see a little more of how bad Homburg and Eastbourne play out before I kind of start saying. And well, actually, I could probably pick a Wimbledon favourite at this point, but that I'm thinking about sort of calculating the power ranking. I do want to see if anyone can kind of wheedle their way into sort of the 9th and 10th spots over the next couple of days. But yeah, I think right now, it's very close between those four names at the top, and you can kind of say one way or another. Like Elena Rybakina, very comfortable on grass, seems to tick all the boxes. Former Wimbledon champion, seems to be up and down in her health. Arina Sabalenka came out the blocks firing in Berlin. Overdue a Wimbledon title, maybe. Shoulder problem potentially now. Iga Swiatek, unbeaten run again. Question marks on grass, hasn't done a warm-up. Coco Gauff, looking very good on grass and going further than any of the other three in the big grass court warm-up in Berlin. How does she match up with them when they play each other?
And also considering the fact that, as we're saying about how many of them are going to get to the latter stages anyway, if Coco Gauff finds herself in the semi-finals with three names that aren't Świątek, Sabalenka, Rybakina, then she's going to be very happy indeed, I would think. And
She was so close to happening at Roland Garros as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So close, and yet not ranked second, and therefore totally, But it's really exciting. It's difficult because on the one hand, I would love to see a Wimbledon where the top players play each other, and we see who comes out on top on grass, but I can't help, and I wish it wasn't health issues and injuries that might stop that happening, because I don't like, obviously that's awful, but I can't help but be excited about what sort of different names we might see do really well at Wimbledon, because I love those sorts of stories.
Any names you've got your eye on as like, oh, that could be someone?
I'm going to get you to answer first and just have a quick cough while I mute, but you go first and then I'll think about it.
So names I'm keeping an eye on. Actually, Victoria Azarenka, I'm keeping an eye on her. She is super consistent throughout the year. She had one of the matches of the year at Wimbledon last year. She's someone I think is worth watching. I think Mira Andreeva, very strong grass court debut last year, has grown clearly as a player. I can see her making some waves at Wimbledon this year. In terms of maybe a little bit more of an out there kind of name, I'm liking the look of Linda Noskova to maybe stir some things up, or even maybe the player that you saw and were very enthusiastic about in Birmingham, Yulia Putintseva, who is now in the Birmingham final. Very convincingly, I might add, although Cocciaretto might have been struggling a little bit in that match. I could see her kind of popping up and causing some chaos.
Yeah, that was definitely my first name that I was going to say. Having watched her, and you know, I've watched her this year, and she's done some brilliant stuff. She's had a great year, but watching her on grass was like different gravy. So when I was there, I was just so impressed with her. She played brilliantly, and what day did I go? Thursday. So she was playing round of 16 then, and I was thinking, I don't see who else left in this draw is going to beat her if she continues playing grass court tennis as she was that day. It was an incredibly impressive performance.
I mean, I have to say, I thought it would be Layla, because Layla was looking good, and then Tomljanovic showed up. And she's already up a break, by the way, in this semi-final that I'm watching now against Potapova, 2-1. And Tomljanovic on grass is someone that might have something to say, being a two-time Wimbledon quarterfinalist. And I think she lost the Wimbledon champion both times. So she... so if she continues with this and she's fully fit, why not?
Absolutely. And I'd love to see it. I really enjoy watching Tomljanovic, especially before her injury. I really enjoyed her tennis, and it's great to see her playing well again. I don't think I'd necessarily pick her for proper sort of latter stages, but certainly she could be making a second week and pulling off a couple of upsets.
Of course, we are Brits, so there is also the hope that maybe Katie Bolter or Emma Raducanu could throw themselves into the mix, and yeah, go fairly deep. I mean, Bolter is the one maybe that requires the least amount of optimism of the two. But
It's a good way to put it.
but when you look at Raducanu's top level and the fact it's confidence building, I don't think it would be that crazy to suggest of her as saying, "Oh, look, she made last 16 again," or something like that.
Yeah, just quickly to Zaid in the chat. Gauff took the first set, and then Jabeur unfortunately had to retire ill. But yes. Oh, I've totally lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. What was the last thing you just said, Nick?
Brit, Bolter and Raducanu.
Yes,
are they on your list of people you think, yeah, they could be names that are still left?
If I'm being totally honest, I am a bad Brit. At my core.
So am I, so we're all good.
I'm a bad Brit, and they're not particularly on my list. As you say, Bolter more so for me than Raducanu. It depends. I mean, it all depends on the draw all the time, so you can't always say that. I think the draw is going to be very important for people like Emma Raducanu, because she could either have it pretty good or very, very bad. Casey Bolter, I imagine, isn't quite going to make seedings. Is that?
She is. She's just going to make it 32.
Right, 32. Right. Okay. So that could help her to get a few sort of wins. I just I think for me, having been at Nottingham sort of early stages last week, I didn't see Raducanu live. I did watch quite a lot of her matches, but not live. I did watch Bolter live against Harriet Dart.
That was a fiery match, wasn't it?
Fellow Brit. Very fun to be at, yes. And I don't know. It was just, I think for me, there just felt like, and I don't know, maybe this is due to things with the surface that I don't really know loads and loads about, but the quality that I saw from certain players at Birmingham felt a lot higher to me than the quality that I saw from Casey Bolter and Harriet Dart and possibly Emma Raducanu. That could be for a multitude of reasons, but I don't know. It didn't for me. I haven't seen necessarily. I mean, she did brilliantly to retain her Nottingham title, and I was very, very pleased for her. And I really like Casey Bolter, and I'd love her to do well at Wimbledon. But I don't know whether she's going to have the sort of the makings of some of the players that she might come across in rounds 3, 4.
Guess it depends on that draw, right? Like who's she going to? Which top 16 seed is she going to get?
Yeah.
If she gets Jasmine Paolini, maybe. No offense to Paolini, because she did surprise me at Roland Garros as well, but Paolini on grass is a very big unknown right now. But is there another last 16 name? Maybe someone who's a bit more patchy in terms of form, like a Samsonova. But
yeah. Although she looked pretty good on grass.
She does, yeah. Beat Andreescu, who is on my list of someone to keep an eye on, because she seems to be growing in confidence on grass and in general. That's a name I would be like, oh, I'd be up for seeing her last 16, last 8.
Yeah, absolutely. And Naomi Osaka, for me, always, always and forever, will be somebody to watch, because, and I don't know, her grass looks kind of good. I think she's sort of surprised herself a bit with with looking pretty good on grass. So I think she'll be interesting to sort of watch, and like you say, all dependent on draw, but could be pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. Like, I agree. A lot of this is very much dependent on draw, and that's what makes it. 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday, we're going to be glued to the Talking Tennis stream, where we go through it all.
Oh, yes.
So this is our Wimbledon preview.
I love a preview. I feel like it's all I'm thinking about at the moment as well, is just I'm watching grass court tennis and I'm thinking about, oh, can that person do something at Wimbledon? Oh, I wonder if I'm looking at the seedings. I'm looking at this. it's a very sort of exciting prospect, particularly in the women's for me. That something different could happen. Also, somebody I haven't mentioned that I've been thinking about is Svitolina.
Okay.
Who I feel like is a bit of that, but I just feel like on a slam stage, on grass, she's got previous. I sort of feel a little bit good about her.
She's been a bit up and down recently. I can see why, given her history, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought she has been up and down, but I thought some of the ups on clay were sort of very good for her on clay. So I sort of feel like on grass we might see pretty good Svitolina, but it's hard to tell, as you say.
Yeah, it is hard to tell. I mean, that's the beauty of it. And like we talk about these things. I mean, last year, who would have thought you'd see Vondrousova in a quarterfinals, let alone anyone else? I mean, I have been trying to build a power ranking building system that would take into account Vondrousova.
Yeah.
Very
difficult.
But yeah, I think I figured it out, but it's going to take. But some of it's a little bit of a stretch, so we'll have to find out. Maria Skribapova in the chat, by the way, is very positive about Iga. Which you're on the right live stream for this because you've got 2 Iga fans on here, and very excited about the prospect of Iga winning Roland Garros, Wimbledon, Olympics consecutively. I think I would agree with the point that I think it would be a statement win if Iga won Wimbledon.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think it would stop any people who don't like her very much. I don't think it'll change any opinions. But I certainly think it would be a statement if she won Wimbledon. And people seem to have completely forgotten that she's won the US Open anyway. So maybe if she won Wimbledon, that would sort of
suddenly
bring that back into the forefront.
Suddenly she's won the career slam on all 3 surfaces, and then that completely changes the conversation about her and where we're at with her. But certainly the clear number 1 in the world, and best clay court player we've had for about a generation or so. So
yeah, 100%.
Well, I think, by the way, for those who are wondering what's happening with the tennis and is there actually any tennis happening, I mean, I've got Anastasia, Aya Tomljanovic and Anastasia Potapova on my big screen, 3-2, Tomljanovic serving to try to take to a 4-2 lead. Siniakova and Pegula isn't going to start for another 25 minutes. Thompson and Musetti will have just got started in Queens. And Hubert Hurkacz has just won the first set against Alexander Zverev in Halle semi-finals 7-2, which Kira looks very happy about. The German fans probably less happy about that. But
well, Hubi's all over this. You've got this.
We are looking for a Sinner-Hubie final. I think that's what I predicted pre-tournament.
Oh yeah, that would be the dream. Obviously we were mainly talking about women's, but Hubie is my Wimbledon. Let's go, Hubie. I feel like he could get pretty. I'm feeling semis for Hubie this year.
Yeah, if because we were check it out. We might have some friends. But yeah, with with that, I think we were John and Mary and I were talking last night on stream, and we were saying that that we can see a semi-final being wide open in the Zverev quarter because Zverev is going to be seeded 4. Because we're thinking Djokovic is playing. If Djokovic isn't playing,
apparently now,
then so it's 2 quarters open. But Hurkacz it gets to be Zverev's quarterfinal partner. He's going to be feeling pretty good about that. If it is that Djokovic doesn't play and it ends up being Medvedev's quarterfinal partner, he's definitely feeling good about that.
Oh, Medvedev. Yeah, no, he'd feel great about that. I think either way, as most people would at the moment. I even think people in Carlos Alcaraz's court are possibly going to feel a little bit buoyed by the Jack Draper
Really?
win. I don't think they should, but I think they will.
Yeah, I don't think they should either, because for me, two things happened there. I think Carlos was a little flat, and Draper was switched on.
Yeah, it was
and
ridiculously good.
I don't see Carlos being flat for Wimbledon.
No, 100%. No, I think people. No, certainly not. I don't think they should be excited about being in his quarter at all. But I feel like having seen him lose like a week before, there's going to be a little bit of no, I don't. I don't think they should.
Can we agree that no one wants to be in Yannick Sinner's quarter?
Yeah, that's just flat out. Nobody wants to go anywhere near Yannick Sinner right now. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I mean, we've got a good chance of someone fairly lowly ranked having a really good run, because if you look at your 5 to 8 seeds at Wimbledon, Medvedev, Rublev, Hurkacz, Ruud. Of those 4 players, Hurkacz is the one that is most likely to do something, to most likely to even make it to where he's seeded.
Yeah. I mean, Casper has boldly predicted himself to win more than 2 matches on grass this year, which I feel like, if that's where he thinks he's at, then hopefully we might see him win 2 matches. But
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Good for Casper. But I certainly don't think he expects very much from himself at Wimbledon, which I find quite funny. I think Rublev's, all over dither at the moment. Very difficult to see. All
over dither is a perfect description of Rublev, and so British.
It's very British. I felt that. I'm a bad Brit in so many ways, but in terms of language, I'm even worse. But yeah, that's sort of how I see Rublev at the moment. I find it very, very sad to watch. To be honest. But I hope maybe, like he did recently, he sort of had a bit of a up in the slam.
Yeah, I know. He did seem to like to try and stir up for slams anyway.
Yeah.
He's not bad on grass. So we'll have to see how that all works out. But yeah, I think we're probably not going to procrastinate until Pegula Siniakova starts.
It'd be tough. We've done pretty well, I think.
We've done pretty well. I thought, well, let's have a little bit of Wimbledon chat and dissect things a little bit. And
I'm
I'm
very sorry I was so late.
I mean, no, you were on time.
Any tennis.
You arrived when you said you were going to arrive.
Yes, but still, the tennis was over.
It's then that Jabeur decided to leave.
Yes, that's on her, really. Yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly. How dare she feel not well?
No, bless her.
I
very much hope that's a short-term thing, like Rabaikina's, and maybe something's going round in Berlin, or it could be. I saw someone say the heat, but I didn't think it was that hot.
I mean, John and Mario can confirm how hot it is in Berlin, and that's not necessarily in terms of being in bars with football fans, which he's got. Which, yes, John's got some stories about that. But anyway, so I think we'll probably call it there. Let Kira recover a little bit more, maybe for another day.
So sorry to everyone.
Hey, look, there's clearly something going around the Talking Tennis team, which
there is.
I can see how that would be happening in Berlin or at a tennis tournament. I don't know how it happens with us because we're in different parts of the country.
You didn't happen to go to the Taylor Swift concert, did you? I'm pretty sure that's where I got mine.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I know that you went there with a couple other people, but you were there with some other people. But
I'm so sad as well because genuinely beforehand, I don't know if this is for stream or not, but there we go. I had seriously worked out that because she'd said Iga Świątek was there, for anyone who didn't know, was at the time.
Oh, did she actually say to the audience that Iga was there?
No, but just you could see afterwards. But
oh yeah.
I had worked out beforehand because she'd said to so Iga had said to the press that she wanted to go and see her and she was trying to work out which one would work. And I had genuinely worked out. I was like, I'm positive this is the only one that works with her tennis schedule. She's got to be here. I felt so vindicated when I was right. I really did.
Yeah, well, there you go. So you were in the same, you attended the same concert as Iga Swiatek. Sadly, you didn't get to meet.
She was very far away.
She was yeah, and let's face it, she looked like she was having the time of her life anyway. So I think we wrap this one up. It looks like Tomljanovic might be about to claim the first set against Potapova, which would be a very interesting final. Tomljanovic Putintseva, if that happens. It would be potentially third career title for Putintseva. First for Tomljanovic is still chasing that first grass court title, and yes, fellow Swiftie is also on the show by the look of it.
Number one Swiftie.
Indeed. Yeah, but thanks, Kira, for coming on and attempting to keep me company. And at least we talked a little bit about some of the tennis and how things are looking for Wimbledon. And we're continuing our part 2 of our chat that we had with John and Mario yesterday. But I think we wrap that up there, and maybe we'll come back tomorrow and do one of the finals.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
All right. Well, stay tuned. Keep an eye out for what's next on the stream, and maybe we'll get some behind the scenes content from Berlin and Halle coming your way as well. Tomljanovic looking like she's got a set point here, which is can I string this out long enough for her to win the set or not? If you are
you've got this.
If you are new to the channel, obviously, hopefully you've enjoyed the chat. There are more chats like this coming your way pretty much every stream. So subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get some. You'll get notified of when we go live, when all of our episodes come out. You've got ATP and WTA weekly, our weekly shows rounding up all the stories from the tours as well. Lots of great shorts and things coming your way, and we'll go into full proper preview mode when Wimbledon comes around as well, and we'll be doing similar sort of streams and such like over the course of Wimbledon. How long is Adelaide Tomljanovic? Oh, she loses a set point anyway. Never mind. I tried.
You did so well. You did so. I was.
There's a limit how long I can talk.
It was good.
I don't think. Yeah, I think we've got Pegula and Siniakova starting. Pegula's probably going to finish off Siniakova and then play Gauff. Should be an interesting semi-final. Oh yeah, we'll do a little bit of Berlin talk while we're on Berlin. Who do you think wins out of Azarenka and Kalinskaya?
Azarenka.
Okay, so Azarenka, if she wins, confirms herself as the 16th seed for Wimbledon. If Kalinskaya wins, she's got a shot of overtaking Azarenka and stealing the 16th seed off of her. Would she need to win the title to do that? I think she does, yeah. It's a long shot, but it's kind of it's not unrealistic for her. Yeah, I just can't really get away from a Gauff Azarenka final here in Berlin, to be honest. That would be quite good, wouldn't it? Especially given how good returners they are. I'd really like it to be. Very, very different grass court vibe. Yeah. All right. So that's Berlin. Looks like Tomljanovic has just dragged a backhand wide, so we're not going to do Birmingham predictions, I don't think, other than Putintseva is clearly winning the title, right? Yeah, clearly. Yeah, 100%. Queen's Club, who do you think is going to be in the final from that? I actually don't know I haven't checked the score for Queen's. We've already said that we think Halle's going to be Sinner against Hurkacz, which seems the way things are going right now. What's happening in Queens? Vassetti's 3-love up against Thompson, so maybe I thought it might. I'm gonna say this. I think before looking at that score, I was thinking a Paul Musetti final. I'd go Paul Thompson. Funnily enough. Yeah. Sorry. Why did I say Paul? I meant Paul Thompson.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you said before looking at the score, I felt like you were going to say Thompson.
Yeah, I don't know why the wrong name came out my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay,
Paul
we're on the same
Thompson
page.
for me as
Paul
well.
Thompson.
Same page, yeah. I think Thompson's looked great. Would have loved to see him play Anti-Murray. Shame that didn't happen. But I think he's looked brilliant. Tommy Paul, for me, takes the title. And just to prove I'm a really terrible Brit, I would have said that before he played Jack Draper as well. I'm afraid I didn't quite get on the train of, oh, Jack Draper's winning Wimbledon now. Thought that was a little bit far.
Not like Stevie.
But I mean, he's playing really well. Very happy for him. But Tommy Paul for me.
I'm in the possible but not likely department for that one.
Of winning the whole thing.
Yeah, possible but not likely.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But I suppose you could say that about Paolini.
No, I'm less confident in Paolini.
It's possible. It's not likely.
Fair.
No, I do know what you mean. Yeah, but yeah, for me at Queens, Tommy Paul looking very good. Although Seb Corda is looking good too, but just a little bit more vulnerable for me.
Yeah, there's always that question mark about Seb Corda, whether he can get the job done. There is a part of me though that, like, honestly, there's a strong part of me really, really wants Thompson to win it. I really want Jordan Thompson to win it.
Yeah, he's very likable. Very, yeah.
Yeah, it would. I think it would be. There was something that'd be quite fun about that. I think.
Yeah, 100%. Just because I've got this one on my screen. Hubie Hurkacz has just broken Alexander Zverev in the second set, so he's 2-1 up.
Well on his way to the final, potentially playing Yannick Sinner unless Zhang Zhizhen pulls off an insane upset.
And he has been doing well, but I don't think he'll be doing quite well enough.
Thanks for coming on, Kira, keeping me company. I know we didn't actually get to commentate on much tennis, but we went on a nice little bit of a fun tangent.
It was a very fun tangent. Thank you so much for having me on, and hopefully I'll be back again soon and sounding slightly less awful.
Well, you hit it very well, Kira. So
you're very kind. Thank you.
Right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you are new, please subscribe. We didn't quite make it to the beginning of the Pegula Siniakova match, but close enough. And yeah, we'll see you soon, probably tomorrow, for maybe some kind of final. And we will also be bringing you ATP and WTA Weekly. So catch us then. But in the meantime, take care and keep talking tennis.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.